Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we begin with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like right now Spirit is telling you to start formulating your long-term plans. For whatever reason, you're in a position now where you need to do that. Maybe you've never had long-term plans. Maybe there was something that has changed in your life rather significantly recently that now you've got to reevaluate the next 5 or 10 years, you know? The Knight of Pentacles has the vision of the future. You can see, or you're being told to take a look at who you are, where you are, and what you're doing in the future, maybe 5, 10 years down the road, right? Once we have this sort of vision in place, once we kind of can see it, we have the goal, I know where I want to go, then we can start figuring out how to get there, okay? So something must have changed in your life recently where you're being kind of instructed to take a closer look at the future and then figure out a way to get there. So maybe the vision of your future, what you thought was your long-term plan, maybe it's different. Maybe the goal is different. Maybe we're being asked to sort of check in with the goal and reevaluate our plan to get there. All right, let's take a look at some more cards. Let's put this into some context. Spirit's saying that you did a lot of yard work when you were a kid, right? That you have a lot of experience sort of out in the garden, doing chores around the house. Yeah. A lot of court cards now. 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. A lot of court cards. Into a 4 of Cups. Another court card. You have the Lust or Strength card. Another court card. And a 7 of Swords. I feel that obviously there was some sort of group that you were with. And I don't know if this is a family thing or if this is a team at work, friends. I don't know what this is exactly. But there's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The majority of cards are court cards here. 6 out of 10 got court cards. That's a lot. So it tells me that there are a lot of different personalities going that are sort of influencing your life right now. And maybe you're just a very popular person. Maybe you have a very big family. Maybe you are you're responsible for some kind of a team effort. Maybe you're on a sports team or I don't know. Maybe it's a martial arts team, some sort of competitive team that you're on. Maybe it's a team at work. Right, but there's a group of people, a larger group of people. This isn't just like a couple of friends or a sibling or something. There's a lot of you, yeah. And I don't know exactly what is going on, but let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we're going to set it down right over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Morg Ripley right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, all right? But it will tie everything together and give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction for that card at any point during the reading, I want you to put it down in the comments, okay? Let's try to do it together. Let's make it an interactive group exercise of intuition. All right, let's take a look around the room. Do we have any major arcana? We do. We've got the Lust or Strength card, Courage. right? Courage, really. Creativity, bravery, feeling that you are powerful enough to do something, that you have the control over your forces, your magical abilities to get something done, to do something, right? To create something. That's the only major arcana card we have. It's kind of like there's a courage here. There's maybe a courage needed for you. Maybe with all of these other people that are sort of overlapping your energy, overlapping your life. Maybe the courage here is really for you to branch out on your own. Maybe this is kind of the anti-teamwork reading, right? Where you're being told not to rely on these other people, that maybe they have sort of an agenda, a collective objective that you don't agree with, and that doesn't resonate with you. It might be telling you to take your own path, to resist the urge to conform to these other, to the will of the group, right? The mob mentality kind of thing. Yeah. We've got a little bit of fire. We've got some water cards. We've got a little bit of air. We've got our earth cards. So there's a little bit of everything, but there is a whole lot of court cards. So it could be that you have a lot of people trying to tell you what to do in your life. It could be that you have, there's a difficulty for you to kind of navigate all of these different relationships. And it kind of feels like everybody wants something different from you. Everybody's trying to give you something different. Everybody's trying to sort of, to give you what they think you need, And so it's kind of like when you got allergies or something, right? Or you're sick or something. And everyone's like, oh, here, I know, you need this medicine. You need this thing. It's like, take this herb, take this supplement, take this vitamin. And it's just too much. It's too many people giving you too much advice that you can't take all of the advice. You can't listen to everybody, right? So with that 7 of Swords at the end, how do we kind of figure it out? How do we, and I think really it's kind of not listening to anybody, doing what you need, what you know to be right on your own. Okay. The 7 of, we're probably going to have to focus on just the pip cards that we have here, well, and the major arcana, because there's just so many court cards, right? And I don't know who all these players are. We could try to take a guess at some of them. I don't know if they're family members. I feel like maybe there is family involved, but it's also other people. Okay. The 7 of Pentacles, though, is something that needs something. Okay. This is something that wasn't working. This is something that maybe started to grow, and then it sort of got paused. Okay. And maybe we're talking about a business thing. Maybe this is your business. Maybe this is your spiritual growth. Maybe this is your physical well-being, your health. Whatever it is, it's kind of something that maybe it started out pretty good, but then it kind of just, it hit a plateau. It stopped working. And maybe there's a lot of these people trying to give you what you need, that they think they have the right medicine for you. Oh, I know what this plant needs. Everybody's got their own recipe for success. Everybody's got their own way of like gardening. Everybody's got their own way, let's say, of exercise, right? Whatever this could be. But something needs a fix. Something needs a solution here. Okay, it's kind of like you've been working on something and you're just kind of scratching your head thinking, I don't know what to do now. It's just not. It's not growing. It's not working the right way, And all these other people they're just all at once, I think, telling you what their ideas are. And it's not easy for you to listen to everybody at once, okay? So in some ways, I kind of feel like this is you trying to get a glimpse of your goal, trying to see through all of these other people and what they want and what they think is the best. Right, to see your own path forward. Now, maybe this is something that you're leaving behind. Maybe this is you kind of getting out of a job, getting out of a relationship. This is you making a big change in your life. Because I kind of feel that this Knight of Pentacles is sort of walking away from this, that these are the remains of something else. And now that you have the, kind of this new life before you, I feel like all these people are saying, come over here, go do this. I got an idea. Come, trying to direct you where to go. Okay? And it's maybe this is a romantic thing. Maybe you got out of a long-term relationship, and now there's all these other people that kind of, that are out there now. Plenty of fish in the sea, sometimes too many. Yeah. I feel like this is something that didn't work, and I don't know that you're going back to this. I'm starting to get the feeling as if the Knight of Pentacles is just trying to move on from this and trying to look forward to maybe a new goal or understanding what this next part of the journey is supposed to be. Okay? This crossing your path is the Prince of Swords. It's fixed air energy. Okay? Might be an Aquarius person in your life. It's possible. But I feel that this is really your kind of your task right now, is to let go of the past thing, right? Whatever that goal was, that I feel like you put in the effort and it didn't work. And it's not your fault. Sometimes things just don't grow, sometimes things just don't work the right way. But I feel that this is kind of you're holding on to that identity. You're holding on to that thought or that goal or that belief, that this is your path, that this was, we're still trying to hold on to something in our minds, And I feel that when we contrast this air energy with the Seven of Swords, it's kind of saying, look, you've got a lot of options before you. There are a lot of things that you could be doing. You're not going to do any of them until we let go of this past thing. And then down beneath the surface, you've got your Princess of Cups. It's asking you to search within and try to find what your heart's really telling you. What is it that you really want? Spirit's asking you to summon your dreams again. I feel like you haven't been dreaming a lot lately. You need to tap into that sort of energy. Like, what are your goals and aspirations? What is it that you really, really want now? Because this didn't work. This was as good as it's going to get. And you've got to let go, and you've got to find another, you've got to have another goal, right? And Spirit's saying you've got all of this water energy like within you. Because the Princess of Cups is kind of like, it's your imagination, it's your dreams, it's your aspirations, your hopes and wishes, your desires, but it's beneath the surface. It's something that you're not really aware of anymore. And we have all these court cards, and I think that they're like different people in your life. But what if they're all just sort of different versions of you? What if it's just this idea? What if it's kind of an identity crisis right now? If I don't have this back here, if that's not going to work, then who am I? I could be any one of these other people. Which one of these am I? Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is kind of looking around, almost thinking like, why am I here? Where am I going? Suddenly the road is gone. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying, there's no road here. What am I going to do? Okay. So these could be all different versions of yourself, different possibilities of sort of who you are and who you will become. I think hidden amidst all of this is, of course, that Luster Strength card. And this, I think, is it. And because this is that spiritual identity, that major arcana energy. That I think it's you, when you're tapped into your dream life, your imagination, your desires, then I think you've got the inspiration, you've got your muse, you know what you want to create in life. Okay? We go up here to the Queen of Pentacles. When you look back at this situation and you realize perhaps what this was that didn't work out, and you sort of realize why it didn't work out, there's a lot of wisdom there. There's a lot of understanding that can be had. You can learn from this past thing. And that's going to allow you even more magical ability to create what you what now you understand you want to create, right? So you have the desire, you know what you want to create, you know kind of like what mistakes not to do again, right? And then in the future position, we got the Four of Cups, right? Four of Cups is kind of, it's a calm, right? It's kind of, it's almost like we don't know how to feel yet. It's a boat that is anchored in a cove, safe cove. There's no holes in the boat. It's not sinking, right? But it's also not really going anywhere. This is an energy that just feels okay. And sometimes we're satisfied with just feeling okay. I just want to be level, you know. I don't care if I'm way up. I just don't want to be way down. Yeah. So sometimes we get a little content with just feeling okay. I'm not uncomfortable, but I don't feel really good either. Okay. This, I think, is your allowing yourself to strive, allowing yourself to seek the big thing again, allowing yourself to go sail off into the ocean, knowing that there might be a storm again, knowing that things might not work out again, but you're not going to get that ultimate satisfaction. You're not going to get that identity, that feeling of success. You're not going to get that magical experience of life if you don't try. Yeah, it's safe here, anchored in this little cove, but that's all it will ever be. So if we want that tremendous experience of life, we've got to take the risk. So this is allowing yourself to go on this next adventure, allowing yourself to take the risk and try again. And once we have this, I think, underneath our luster strength card, I think that's a big factor in your sort of new path or your more authentic identity, right? Now, on the path of the serpent, we're going to talk about the cards over here. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does help out the channel. All right, I appreciate that. We've got to support all the tarot readers here on YouTube. All of your favorite channels. I know mine's probably the #1 favorite. But all of the channels that you value here on YouTube, support them. Hit the like button, leave a comment, even if it's just to say hi. Subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. You know, things are tough out here. And so it's important that we support all of our favorite tarot readers here on YouTube. Okay. Anyway, general energy happens to become the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups is somebody who is striving to live that authentic life. Okay, you have to want it. And if your desire isn't there, not the desire, not the thing that we want to accomplish, not the thing that we want to create, or the kind of dream that we want to manifest, not that. But the desire to be a fully realized human being, that spiritual desire to be authentically you, right? That's what we're talking about here. And I think you're somebody who is on that spiritual quest for enlightenment, the spiritual quest to know yourself, and to have a life that is a reflection of your deepest understanding of yourself, right? The artist is in there just sort of waiting to come out. I want to do an empowerment oracle card. We've got the Yin Sanctuary. I am refreshed. The Yin Sanctuary offers a soft and peaceful space to rest. Like the moon over a calm sea, this divine energy restores my spirit and nourishes me with stillness and quiet. I listen to my body and seek the rest it needs. Yes, that is the Four of Cups. But there comes a time that we need the Yang energy, right? We've got the Yin energy. We need the Yang energy, okay? And we need the fire. To invoke the fire, we need the desire, okay? And I think that this is This is you really with a lot of creativity, a lot of spiritual energy that you want to express. You want to be fully you. Okay? I think your life is changing really fast. And I think that a lot of these, or the sort of chaos of all the court cards, all the people around you, I think it's kind of like they're just sort of disappearing into the background as you focus your energies. Okay? And literally, that's what we're doing here. And of course, the next card in the environment is that lust or strength card. So this is what you're looking at now. And this is how you're relating to people, how you are relating to your environment. I think that this is you with a tremendous amount of confidence. And when we experience something like this, it's sometimes hard to get over it. Right? Because we feel like this is something that, you went out to become a Hollywood star and it didn't quite work. And now you're coming home, tail between your legs, that sort of energy, And it's hard to get over that. It's hard to let go of that. It's hard to find the confidence again. We're in our yin sanctuary. It feels safe here, right? We're healing, we're restoring ourselves. But now we need that spark of fire to get confident again. Okay. Now we need to build ourselves up. We need to break with this. We need to split with that energy and say, fine, that didn't work, whatever. Maybe it was a failure, Doesn't mean you're a failure. It may feel that way, but that's not what it means. It didn't work. That's okay. Right? We're looking forward. We're looking at our creativity. We're looking at this absolute passion and confidence, this assertiveness. This is the sort of energy that says, you know what, I can accomplish my goals. This one didn't work, but I'm gonna keep going. This was an important stepping stone to getting to your major goal. This is your true identity as a autonomous, sovereign, creative being with agency and with imagination and with power and with magic and with passion, right? Passion. The obstacle, of course, is the Prince of Wands, and that's a sort of a consistent effort. That's a consistent enthusiasm, right? It's kind of like, we want this confidence. We get really, really fired up, and then it's kind of like, is it going to fizzle out in a couple of days? Is it going to last? And that's the difficulty here, is really believing that you can sustain this. This is really a very simple card. It just means get up and do it. This is a card of action. It's time to act. It's time to move forward. Okay? And we're going to do our very best to be consistent, to show up every day. There are going to be days where you just don't want to do it. You don't want to get out of bed. Our motivation, our inspiration, and our enthusiasm for something, our interest in something, isn't as constant as we may wish it were to be. As we may have this false idea that it's supposed to be this way. It's not. In actual practice, there'll be some days where you're really, really motivated. I can't wait to get out of bed. Other days where it's just like, I don't even care about that stupid thing I was doing. I don't even want to do it. But the idea here is that we sort of force ourselves to do it. That we will this. That we stay consistent even when we don't want to be. Right? That we motivate ourselves even when we are not feeling motivated. That we keep the ship moving steadily forward even when we're cold and hungry and tired, even when we're almost out of gas, even when there's storms. Okay? Everybody kind of, it feels like anyway, that we sort of have to wait for the motivation to hit us. And then we're going to be fired up forever. Right? And it's just going to be nonstop. We're going to just have so much energy. We're going to have so much interest. That's what gets you, because we expect that. And then that one day where you don't really feel all that motivated, you don't feel all that enthusiastic about this subject or this goal, that's usually when a lot of people sort of turn away and start doing something else or do nothing, Because we have this expectation that if it's really meant for me, I should be excited about it all the time, right? It doesn't Doesn't work that way. And I think the obstacle here is for you to recognize that sometimes we have to motivate ourselves even when we don't want to be motivated. Okay? So we're going to put this right underneath our strength card too. And the final card, the kind of final boss, the final battle here, is the Seven of Swords. And I think that is so many different things. This is your mind kind of going against itself. This is you doubting yourself. This is you questioning yourself. This is you thinking, I'm not motivated today. This must not be for me. I might as well go look for something else. I might as well go back home or whatever. Sort of giving up, quitting, This, I think, is also a lot of criticism coming from all these various people in your life. I forgot to put the Prince of Swords underneath our pack here because this is the strong identification with something. This is kind of saying that you have one belief and it's very inflexible, very rigid belief, right? So we're putting that in there because you need to know that you have to be open to the way the path is going to change, the way your future is going to change. And maybe that's why you're being called on to have that vision of the future, to see what your long-term goal is, to see how it looks different now. We're going to put this card underneath there because you're going to have to use this time and time again to reevaluate the long-term goals because the path is going to change. Your goals are going to change. Your vision of the future, what you want, is going to change as you go. Okay? So we're keeping that in there. But the Seven of Swords, we've got to be somewhat resistant to all the criticism coming in from outside and coming up from inside too. Okay? Well, let's put the Seven of Pentacles in there too, because you know what? There's going to be days where you fail again. There are going to be days where things don't pan out the way you want them to. That's okay. Right? It happens. Failures are stepping stones. They're prototypes to success. And you're going to have to go through perhaps many versions of your path, of your future, of your goals, of your efforts, until you actually get whatever success looks like to you, whatever that long-term goal is. We've got to resist the opinions of other people. Let's do an affirmation. Let's do a Language of Flowers affirmation card here. Oh, I guess that's the one. The Foxglove, confidence. Be what you want to see. You want to be brave and successful and creative and courageous and magical and powerful. That's the Lust card. And sometimes we have to invoke that. Sometimes we have to intentionally try to do that. Because some days we're not going to feel it. But it's like you got to get up, you got to show up anyway. Okay? We've got to resist the criticisms of other people. Got to resist their negative energies. Okay? Let's do the mystery card. What is this going to be? Well, obviously we want to see this as some kind of a symbol of success, right? It could be a Six of Pentacles, a Nine, or a Ten of Pentacles. It could be some water energy. It could be an Empress. It could be, I guess it could be the Moon card, right? Your power card. Let's see what we have. Oh my God, the wheel. I'm going to ring the bell. We got to ring the bell for that one. I was basically right. It's the card of success. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It is that Jupiter energy, that expansion, that prosperity, abundance. It's really good luck, good fortune, divine timing. It's kind of saying, hey, everything is exactly meant to be. Every one of those seven pentacles, all of that failure, it's just a stepping stone on your way around this wheel, right? A lot of abundance coming your way. This is right on. This is very, very good. And this is everything that we talked about today is sort of how you're bringing this about. You're not losing faith. You're trusting in the universe, right? You're trusting in yourself that you are capable of this. And you're going to be very, very well rewarded for your efforts. Your life is changing, and I think things are changing fast. And you're headed in the right direction. Keep your wits about you. Keep your confidence about you. And resist all of these naysayers, all these other people. Trust in spirit, trust in yourself. And you will achieve great things. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity, a lot of profit, a lot of success. Okay? Ever expanding success. I love it. Perfect confirmation. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Pisces, Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.